had a dream since I was a boy about sailing a boat under Table Mountain at the bottom of Africa. My own boat, preferably. It was something I'd had in my mind for many years. And the day I left Cape Town, that dream came true. As you saw at the end of the last video, it's time to move on. I was leaving Africa back to sea again. I played out this scene many times before, saying goodbye to good friends and heading out to the big blue. But this was something completely different. This was the beginning of my epic journey back up the Atlantic Ocean towards home.
Yeah, it's always sad to say goodbye, but those guys are special. And they're finally going now. They've come out a long way. We're almost at Robben Island. Bless them, just to make sure I was okay. That's sweet. I've got good friends. I'm lucky. So long, guys. Now's the part I start to feel lonely. And as they fade off, the wind's starting to pick up, which is great. I'm hoping that we'll get around the other side of Robben Island. The wind's coming from that direction, so I hope we don't get a wind shadow, and we'll get out the other side and it'll pick up and be on our way. I've truly left South Africa. Just opposite Robben Island outside of Cape Town, and we're in a bit of a wind shadow. This guy was behind me, now he's slowly getting in front of me. You can see the difference with a boat like that and a boat like mine. Got to say, it is actually nice to be away from the hustle and bustle. It's been a noisy, loud, stressful day. As John pulled away on the...
confirm you're saying it's a sunfish over?
As John pulled away on the other boat, he called back and says...
Oh, I received, thank you.
As John left on the other boat and pulled away, I was a bit like, oh, goodbye guys. I could just see a seal over there. But then he said, at least you're on a passage, was the last thing he said to me. I thought, yeah, I'm on passage now. I've actually left Africa, South Africa, and I'm on passage to St. Helena, which has a special place in my heart, and I'll be telling you why later, but it's just a place I always wanted to go to. I'm actually going there now. I'm on my way to St. Helena, and we're in the Atlantic. And the sailing is completely different so far. It's sweet as, beautiful, love it. I'm a happy man. I was all stressed out this morning, but now I'm a happy man. Morning out there. On the plotter last night there was a boat very, very close to me. You should be able to see him. Let's go take a look. Just see him over there. Morning, birdie. Not a lot of wind this morning. Yeah, everything is of the flogginess this morning. Virtually no wind, and there's a guy coming up behind me, but it is a beautiful morning. You can tell we're not going very fast. Look, we're passing these birds. Okay, good morning. 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 Good morning. Excuse us, just passing through. Lots of floggingness of sails this morning. Wind's dropped right down. Looks like there's some rain squalls coming over there, so I'm not quite sure what to do yet. So having my first cup of coffee of the morning. There's a boat behind me. It's been shadowing me all night. I've looked on the AIS. He's the same size as me. He's 36 foot, so he's a small fella, and he's behaving in a very similar way to me. So it has to be a similar boat. He's getting closer.
I found out later they were actually friends of mine.
And there's some pretty nasty weather over on that side. The breeze is just beginning to kick up as that gets closer. It looked like a beautiful morning about half an hour ago. Now it's looking decidedly nasty and wet, possibly. That's a big swell. Whoa, 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 whoa. Flogginess, rolliness, rolliness. Don't roll on me, honey. I'm not being funny. Turbine started spinning, so that means something. I think basically it means that all this stuff over here is on its way over to me. So I'm actually loath to put any more sail up just at this minute, just to see what's going to happen next. Big Atlantic swell. Love it. It's a beautiful sailing day today. Got the shade up, got the mainsail down, and we're on the foresail alone in a big swell. But there's danger here behind us. I was just thinking I need to get up when all the alarms went off. Collision alarms. You can see on this bad boy here, there's a fella right behind me. That's us there. There's a ship up there, and that's me there, and right behind me is a ship. And according to the information, he was going to hit me. That information was backed up by that machine there and the one at the top up there, my AIS, so I gave him a call on the radio. Motor vessel Franklin, this is sailing vessel White Shadow. Eventually got through to the captain. He's a nice guy. The terms to use are, I'm a sailing boat with limited ability for maneuver. And he said that he would pass me on the starboard side. As you can see, that's what's going to happen there. Because he was dead on my 6. Sorry about the jiggly cam, but it's a bit rough out there. In fact, pencils just hit the deck. Sailing along my usual raggedy tag way. It's less stressy without the mainsail up. We couldn't hold the course. The wind is directly behind us now. We're doing good. You can see just how much the boat's moving, and matey boy is back there. Holy crap, that guy's big. That's why when something that big comes up behind you and all your electronic gear says it's going to hit you, you give it some concern. Hopefully there's nothing else for a while and I can relax. So we're just under the one sail. Seems to be doing the job, keeping us on course for St. Helena. I'm not sure you're going to get the feeling of this. We're using a different camera tonight, and it's really, very quite swelly. Day 5, and I'm under the Dodger here because it is going to come in a bit stormy for me. Just had a curry and some naan bread. Whoa, got out of focus there. It's quite nasty. It doesn't look it. It's difficult to pick up the atmosphere. Maybe the front shots will be a bit more expressive. There's a sort of ominous feeling about the place, like something's about to happen. The forecast is up to 30 knots of wind, which is a lot. We're pretty much on course, but yeah, and it's going to get dark. I've got very little sail up. Yeah, I'm kind of reefed right down, no mainsail, just a foresail. The wind is pretty much behind us, but I don't know. It's just got that feeling of something's about to happen, and you can see it's rolling its heck. And the camera's having a hard time stabilizing itself. Yeah. But the skies are definitely not tropical. That's something different. We're actually opposite Namibia at the moment. We've left South African waters. Well, it could be the quiet before the storm, I don't know. I'm going to close up for the night and let you know what happens tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow!
Not nice, but by the next day things had calmed down quite a bit and I had to get my chores done. The housework waits for nobody, and that includes washing up, which is always a chore on a boat. Mind you, on my boat things are a little bit different. I wash everything in salt water off the back of the boat, so I have to be careful not to lose my favorite cup or anything like that over the side, which I have done in the past. Also, it's a balancing act. You know I like my coffee, and on this morning I nearly lost my coffee filter over the side. I'm glad I didn't, because my mother gave me that and I use it every day. When you're on a long trip, little things like doing the washing up, cooking, writing, reading mean an awful lot. It's a long time to be by yourself, especially in weather like this. The days can be long and the nights even longer.
I've changed the sail from one side to the other, so I've had to make myself a new wave break on this side now. Meanwhile, on this side, the sun's going down. Still a bit rolly, so you've got to be careful when you move around the boat. We're about 5 or 6 days out from St. Helena. All's good on board. The weather's settled down. We've had some really rough, nasty, roly-poly stuff, so I haven't really been filming so much. I've just been hunkered below. A lot of hunkering has been done. But this morning I've got a bit of a problem. The weather's great, it's a steady breeze, we're on course, but the fridge has decided it's not going to work anymore. I think it's the compressor. This means the fresh food that I've got in there, the meat is all going to go bad. I've got to do something quick. It means cold beer won't be a thing available on this boat now. But no, seriously, milk, cheese, meats, various other bits and pieces. I'm going to have to go old school. No frigidation on the boat. Typical boatiness up here, a big old mess, shoes, washing up to do, and this, a bit of yumminess under this towel here. That's my latest batch of freshness that I'm growing. But unfortunately that's not going to be able to go in the fridge. That's the bad boy down here. Got the instruction book out, think I know what the problem is. Done some tests, mains and battery power going in, see if it made a difference, and it hasn't. Got it set up and running. The temperature is at 70 degrees C. It's been there now for an hour. I think the compressor's broken. It's just not cooling. Just at the back of the boat, watching this sea come up quite quickly. It was nice and calm up until literally 5 minutes ago, and now it's getting all rocky and rolly, and occasionally some big old wavy things come past. That's not one of them, but of course when they've got a camera on they don't turn up. But nevertheless, it's getting a little bit bumpy. The sun is going down. Whoa. there you go, look. And I've been trying to fix the fridge all day long and no luck on that one. Not quite on course. I'm gonna have to change that over again, but I'm not doing it tonight. That's a big one. Wow. Oh. You can tell by the angles there that it's a little bit rough now. Well, that's about it for now for me. I'm going to hunker down below and the day is done.
Sometimes at the end of a rough, hard day, I just like to sit in the cockpit and spend time with myself, if you like. Be away from the bad weather, be away from everything, just sit and empty my mind. But of course, it doesn't take long before reality returns.
Meanwhile, back on deck, I want to show you the solution that I've come up with for not having a fridge anymore. Yep. Water cooled beer. You've got to love it. It's rough today and the light's all different and I'm trying to film and it's kind of difficult, but I wanted to do this now because it's important. We're going to do something rather special and it's going to happen in the next 15 miles or so. We are going to cross into the Western Hemisphere. You're probably aware that there's the equator, there's the south and north, and we're in the south, and we've been in the eastern side of the planet, the Eastern Hemisphere. And the line runs pretty much down here. In fact, it runs through England. Greenwich Mean Time, you might have heard of that. Many years ago, somebody said we need 0 degrees. And 0 degrees is London. And so anything that way from London is plus degrees and this is minus degrees. In other words, this is degrees east and this is degrees west. So I've been, my coordinates so-and-so east and so-and-so south, because I've been in the southern hemisphere. Still in the southern hemisphere, working my way up, but I'm down here and I'm about to cross into the western hemisphere for the first time in, I don't know, I've forgotten, it's a long time. For me it's a biggie, because I'm on my way home. I'm now in the Atlantic, but I'm still in the east. So tomorrow when I do my coordinates, when I plot my position on the chart, it's going to be so-and-so west, not east. So-and-so west and south still. We'll get to that bit later. But I'm going to be 0 degrees, which is the same as London. And the other thing that's important is I left for Falmouth single-handed, and that's 5 degrees. And I'm down here, and I've come around the world from there. And I'm coming up to 5 degrees again, which is just off the coast of St. Helena, which I'll get to in about another 3 or 4 days. Look, we're down there, we're going to go across the Atlantic, we're going to go up and around and through and across there and up there, and we're going to end up somewhere up here. Plymouth, which is about there. But right now we're about there. So all big stuff. It's all happening here on the mighty Shadmeister. This adventure is about to get big because we're doing this round the world. Yes. I've been working on video all day today and I've had to put the pillow up because it's bouncing down here to stop the computer flying off the table. Still a few big waves behind us, but not too bad. Settled down an awful lot from what it was. Even this morning it was very, very, very bumpy. Well, I can't help but keep looking around the Dodger. There's nothing to see, it's too early yet. We'll be arriving at St. Helena sometime tomorrow, before midday I think.
and that's going to mean a lot to me. There's a big connection that I have with Selena. I'll tell you more about that later on. But before that, what happens at about early morning is we're going to cross 5 degrees. Now technically it's not judged as a circumnavigation. There's things called apogees involved, which I don't understand. It's opposite points of the globe. You either have to cross your outward track or return to where you left from. But of course there's a longitudes that run down the planet, and I'm going to cross 5 degrees of longitude tomorrow, which is the same as what Falmouth is. So technically I've actually circled the globe in a few hours time. So this is a big for me, and I don't know, I thought I'd feel more excited. It's just I don't know. And so the next episode is going to be absolutely awesome. But before that, there's more washing up to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for you. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe. If you haven't done already, press that little bell. That way you'll be notified every time there's a new old Seadog video. Check out my other channel, Barry Seadog Perrins, for my music. And huge bigly thanks to my wonderful patrons for their incredible support. Thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check out the information below. My media is all here. I'll see you next time on Adventures of an Old Seadog.